Welcome everyone to today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B and Bartee. This is a weekly talk show filled with music, messages, laughs, and stories of love.
Our theme song was produced by the incomparable DJ Shaheen, and each week we'll bring you music from other independent recording artists. We'll bring you information from business owners and messages of love from ministry leaders. We'll feature books, authors, upcoming special events, and so much more. So get out your text messages and your tweets. Tell all your friends and family to log on because they'll be in for a very special treat as we bring you today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B and Bartee.
Now come and check us out live. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Getting Over the Hump with Angie B.
That's me, and this is my hubby, Bartee. Welcome to the show, everybody.
I guess she's
in a good mood. I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, welcome to the show, and once again, we appreciate all of you and the ones that's about to join us for joining us on this mission of entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes
Yeah,
only.
that came right on time, didn't it? This show. And baby, why don't you tell them why we do this show?
Well, generally, we do this show to discuss different humps, different problems. Like if you're going through problems with your sister or the neighbors down the street, or you can't figure out why something is going on and you think you're the only one, we discuss it. So that way, you know, you ain't in this by yourself. We show you how to get over that hump and over to the other side. Now, that's normally why we do this show. Tonight is a little bit different.
Oh, must be a surprise.
Tonight we do this show. You see the applause at the bottom of the screen. Y'all applause, applause, applause. Because the Queen Bee has stepped up her game and added some new technology. Praise the Lord.
Yes, my wife has stepped up her game. As you can see, we have a wide screen. I don't know if you can see, but I see. And this $2,000 computer.
Oh, Lord.
My wife has purchased. And
it's big, y'all.
Yeah.
It's big.
And it does a lot of different things.
Then I don't know how to do all the things that it does, but I'm learning.
Yes.
And that leads us to one of our first humps for the day. What's
this applause for? Who's doing that?
Yes, I'm doing that.
They don't got applause because they see that. They get applause if you want to. Send those, whatever y'all was sending before, those smiley faces. You know, them talk shows do the same thing. You know, they have them signs up. If it ain't good for you, you ain't got applause. Right? So you ain't got to put that up there.
I'll take it down.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to one of our first humps for the day. How do you show your patience when members of your family don't know how to keep up with technology? I'll give y'all an example. Okay, so we trying to get the computer and everything together, and we, determined that we need a new modem. Why? Because the company we got our modem from looked in the computer and said, well, dang, your modem must be about 8 years old. Maybe 9, because we got it right after we got married. So that was an old, outdated modem, right? So brought the modem in the house, got everything connected, didn't have to call no children about, password and stuff, because the cable man was on the phone to tell us how to do that. We even hooked up our wireless printer because the dude was on the phone and he taught us how to do that, right? So next day, I go in my kitchen and I say, Alexa, good morning. And Alexa did not answer me.
Oh yeah.
Alexa said, I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. Go unhook your modem and plug it back in or refer to your instructions. I had instructions. Where they at now? So I had to call my firstborn and request technical support. And I was like, honey, I need you to tell me how to reconnect. I got to tell the Alexa how to look for the new Wi-Fi and put in a new password. And she was like, well, you could do that on the app. We got an app? Where the app? Where the instructions? So, for the first hump of the evening, how do you tell some folks in your family that they really need to stay up to date on technology? Text your questions and comments to the number that you now see scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
Well, you tell them when they start asking you questions about the computer. That's when you can start telling them. I'm sure. Take me for instance.
All he knows is the price of the computer.
Right. Well, I know how to do a little bit on the computer. A little bit. Now, if I was to sit down and put some time in, I'm sure I could figure it out. But I choose not to because this is what my wife does. You know, I'll try to stay in my lane. But if I had to get out my lane, you know, I can drive backwards.
Okay, well, we need somebody to tell us how do we know? Need to tell us how to reconnect the Alexa to the new modem. Where's the instructions? And send me the link to the app so I can download it.
Okay. See, that solved that problem already. You asked.
Mm-hmm. We asking.
There you go. So that's one. What's the next hump?
The next hump?
Thought you say we had two.
Well, we do have a couple.
Okay, well, I got a hump too.
There you go.
Now, my hump is something that we talked about a while back. Mm-hmm. Knowing your worth.
Oh, okay. Okay. There you go. Mm-hmm. All
right. Now, it's been on the...
Did you put water in this apple juice?
Yes.
See, he know how to make it for me. Half apple juice and half water it down. Thank you, baby.
Can I finish what I...
Well, actually, don't forget it because I forgot to say something. We don't give no advice.
No, we don't.
For entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes
only. The only advice we give...
Stay prayed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for those who believe.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
stay prayed up. If you don't believe, you need to get a clue.
Well, it's up to
Prayer
you.
changes things.
Yes, it does. But, you know, it's up to the individual. Mm-hmm. You choose. Okay. I already chose. Prayer goes up.
Rain comes down. Okay.
Blessings come down. Come on, rain. See? But anyway.
What was you going to say? I know your
word.
I
ain't forgot.
Know your word.
It's been on the news lately, you know. A lot of these females are getting murdered.
Women. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Women.
You know.
Yeah. That's because I watch a lot of Forensic Files.
Yeah, well, no, this has been on the news.
And Criminal Minds.
No, not so much Criminal Minds. It's just been on the news. This recently. I mean, this is something that happened on the real.
Okay.
One female. I mean,
woman. Mm-hmm.
One woman. Why I gotta say woman? Female.
That's another hump. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. One woman. Mm-hmm. Her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they got in an argument, and you know what happened in results. She ended up dying.
Oh Lord!
Well, he ended up killing her.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Criminal Minds.
It wasn't Criminal Minds. It was
okay, I
remember the. It was on the news.
Okay.
And it happened not too long ago.
Okay, bring it on home. I'm listening.
Well, that's why I say, you know, how long do you have to stay in a relationship to know
That he gonna kill you?
No, that it's you're at the end of your road, or that the relationship is not going anywhere.
Mm.
To put yourself in a position. I mean, it's just every individual is different. I know, and people go through life like this all the time, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we can save some people now just by talking about it, because you might be on that road now. You're with somebody, and you don't know which way to turn, and you don't know what the person's going to do, but the person might be kind of violent to you. They have numbers where you can call. I'm sure the majority of people that that's watch TV or whatever.
911. That's the number you need to call.
Yeah, but sometimes
they'll connect you if it's domestic violence. They'll connect you if it's a fire, if it's an ambulance. That's the only number you need to remember.
Yeah, but try not to get yourself in that predicament if possible. Know your worth, know where you stand. I'm very passionate about that because sometimes as men we
we got a comment.
Why do the dog chase the cat?
We got a comment. Rashida Jackson Collie, thank you for watching. Please put in the comment section what city and state or country you watching from.
Yes, please.
This one likes to know.
Yeah,
okay?
I like to know.
Rashida said, when you stop having things in common.
I can agree to that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can agree to that. But, do you actually stop? I mean, some people, think you can change people. Well, he gonna change.
No, I think we done learned that lesson.
I mean, it's still happening today. It really is. Just like this gun thing. But we ain't talking about that now.
We don't talk about religion or politics.
Yeah, well, that ain't politics really. But
stay prayed
up. Well, first of all, matter of fact, let me give our prayers go out to all the people that have had all this shooting and that's going to get some more shooting. We're going to give it out beforehand because you just never know when it might happen in your neighborhood. But knowing your worth, I hate to see when somebody's taken advantage of like that, and like Rashada just said, when you stop having things in common, things ain't working out for you,
But I done invested time. We got children together. We done bought a house together. We drive in the same car. We done invested. How am I supposed to just walk away from all that?
I know it's going to be hard, and I can understand. You have invested time, but your time can be up if you with the wrong individual.
Rashada says she's from Jacksonville, Florida.
Duval County.
Duval.
All right, Duval County.
Yep. And Detroit, Michigan just chimed in. Hey, Daddy. Hey, Jamila.
Hey, Al.
I'm catching up with you, Daddy. I got a new computer.
Yes.
Yeah, my dress is too big, y'all. I've lost a few pounds and it's kind of hanging off. So I guess I'll be donating it, but it's one of the last. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You got it. Okay, so Rashada says you walk away when it no longer serves you and your children. Okay, that's good. But how do you know that it's no longer serving you and your children? Jamila, we talking about knowing your worth and knowing when it's time to step away from a relationship.
And the reason I brought that up is because recently it was on the news that this nice looking girl with this guy, and he ended up killing her.
Special Victims Unit.
Was that Special Victims Unit? I don't know. It was
whatever
on TV.
It was, and that's the problem. That's the problem. They these shows imitate what's going on in the world, and I don't want them to have any other topics to talk about.
Because that's all they do.
Yeah.
I don't know if my wife trying to plan my demise or not, because she like those What's the name of that channel?
Well, you know.
But anyway,
Arsenic.
No, I ain't gonna do that. That ain't gonna work with me. But anyway, that's the thing. You know, we're talking about this because it's happening so, a lot. Now you say when you walk away. Okay, when you see things are not going your way, do you go out? Hopefully, you tell somebody when you see it coming.
You know, you ain't gonna tell nobody. You embarrassed. You done said this man the best thing since sliced bread. He done come to your rescue. He your sugar daddy. He your whatsoever. You ain't gonna tell nobody. Rashada said, when you crying more than you laughing. Point, period, blank.
Hey, I'm with you. Everything you said, I'm with you. I am with you. Some, depends on the person. That's why we having this conversation tonight. Because I don't take that mess.
No, you don't.
When you feel like the tank is empty, something needs to happen.
Well,
but do you go out and
consequences and repercussions?
Yes, indeed. Do you go out and purchase a gun?
No.
Do you tell your dad, your mom? I mean, if you're close, I'm sure you do. A lot of people not close to the parents, and like my wife said, sometimes you're embarrassed, so you don't want other people to know your business. Sometimes you don't even tell your best friend.
If you got a 21-year-old in your house and they buy a gun, do you get concerned?
It all depends. To me, it all depends. What do you need the gun for? Now, a lot of people now are buying guns because things is going on. Now, guns, I mean, for me, I don't own a gun. But if I did go out to buy one and something went off, I'm shooting you getting all the bullets in the gun.
Ooh, let me put the disclaimer at the bottom of the screen.
But guns are for killing people. So, I mean, if your intent is to do that, or a gun is for, sometimes you need a gun for protection. Because you never know. Kids nowadays, even grown-ups nowadays, you just never know. You could be riding down the street and someone could say, because they got a law now about the music. Here
in Florida.
Yeah, it's too loud.
If they can hear your music beyond 20 feet of your car, you can get a ticket of over $100.
Yeah, you never know what might jump off where. That's why I say it all depends on why that person felt that they needed to buy a gun.
And we got to be careful too. We good about wanting to blow our horn if somebody try to cut us off, or if we riding, in somebody's blind spot and they try to come over on us. Some of us is good about blowing the horn and giving a finger out the convertible top.
She cracking on me. Yeah.
Okay.
Now look.
But then when you end up at the restaurant and the person you gave the finger to pulls up next to you, I just commenced to praying. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't see you till I was coming over. Well, the hump is, like Daddy said, don't be riding in nobody's blind spot, especially when your car is big and it's a Ford F-253, whatever the truck. Don't be riding in the blind spot. And you can toot the horn, but you keep your fingers to yourself. People have guns.
Now, I'm going to explain my situation. I'm in my lane. Now, if you're a driver, I mean, you use your mirrors, and you need to see who. I don't know how people drive.
Daddy said, don't be in no blind spots.
You ain't in no. I mean, if I'm in my lane, I shouldn't be in nobody's blind spot because you should know what car that's behind you. I do.
If you at the tailgate and the back tire of that truck, and they can't see.
They can see. That's what I'm saying. When I'm driving my car.
And how come? It's always on my side.
You gonna let me finish?
If they gonna come over, they gonna come on my side. How come they don't ever come on your side of the car?
When I'm driving my car,
your car,
I know what car's behind me. So just in case something happens, I know whether or not I can get over or not. I mean, I watch the cars that's coming behind me.
Don't watch the cars.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they need to do.
Well,
anyway, in the meantime,
I'm getting run over.
You ain't getting run over. I blow my horn if the car start coming over to my side. I'm blowing my horn. If he can't see me, he sure should be able to hear me. So I'm blowing my horn so he'll stay in his lane, or her, whoever driving the car, will stay in their lane.
Praise the Lord. He was kind enough to pull up next to us and say, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." And
he ain't pull up next to us. We just happened to be going to the same place, and he parked.
You don't know if he
we parked.
Well,
his car was still there.
Jamila said, "Stop giving people the finger. People got guns these days."
Yeah, but the man should know how to drive. And hey, the second, we told you once before, this other lady, she was on the phone. She don't come in my lane too.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I try to watch when I drive. I try to watch. I like to know what's been. How we get on that subject anyway? We talking about know your worth.
People with guns.
Well, we shouldn't be. We ain't wasn't on that subject anyway. We was knowing your worth. We getting back to the subject matter.
So what if my worth says I need to get a gun because the arsenic ain't killing you fast enough? Do you resort to that? Because Rashada was saying when you crying more than you laughing, point, period, blank. Okay? So does that mean we resort to something more dramatic?
No,
more permanent?
Depends on your relationship. And that's another thing. That's why I say you got to know your worth, because you with somebody.
Yeah.
And you don't know if they're violent until until that time comes. You don't know. Your life could be in danger all along. Sometimes it takes a while for that violence to come out in the person. But what the main thing I want to say, be prepared. It's kind of hard to say that too, to be prepared, because then you live in your life like, and that's the person you're with. And how can you really enjoy life like that? You got to be prepared for. You just got, just, whew, yeah. Give me some feedback there, because
Sonia Bennett from Michigan says, we don't always know our worth, even when it comes to business at times. It's hard to figure out. And I'm with you, Sonia. Sometimes when you're starting a business, you trying to get clients. You don't know if you're charging too much or not enough. This one I always say, no, you need to be charging more. And sometimes I just be like, I just want to land the gig. So I've begun to learn my worth when it comes to business.
Some businesses, sure. What you just said. My wife knows what she's doing. She knows what she do. That's why I say she should be charging more. I mean, she can get the job done, and she's going to get the job done well. So if you know what you're doing, you qualify, then you can charge people. You don't have to just try to make a deal. If that one person don't do it, the next person will. Okay. If you know what you're doing, and you steadfast in what you're doing, like my wife is, there won't be a problem. That's not knowing your worth when you second guessing yourself. You don't second guess yourself.
Okay. Okay.
If you second guessing yourself, then you don't need to be in business.
Okay. We got another comment from Michigan about the guns. It says, unfortunately, video games and other social media don't teach kids that guns kill forever. Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Bugs Bunny. Him and that dude that was chasing after him, they he'd shoot him and stuff would happen, and they still be back next week. So I get it. Yeah, I know my dress is too big. It's
Yeah, but one reason guns came into play with knowing your worth is because sometimes you need to protect yourself when you're with someone that's you don't know. Sometimes you do know. And you be trying to get rid of that person, but sometimes that person don't want to go nowhere, and they keep sneaking back into your house, or and you scared of that person. So that's the only reason guns came into play.
Wow.
But I mentioned that. But we're on the outside looking in, as we state many times, and we don't know how your condition is or who you with, but we just say, when we mention that know your worth is, you know how much you can take from an individual, even when you have kids. But it was just something that crossed my mind because I've seen it so much on TV.
Yeah.
This true stories that
Yeah.
the boyfriend ended up going back to the girl's house and
Now, Rashada in Jacksonville says there are always indicators.
Okay.
Most times your heart keeps you blind to the signs.
Yeah, I can believe that. It got to be something. People, it's got to be something. Well, some women, hey, you sexing me up. So they ain't gonna, so they'll hang in there. They hang in there as long as they can. Men are probably the same way with women.
Well, it's kind of like what Laretha said to you last night. Last night, Bartee was a guest on Laretha's show. So what's the problem? And they recorded it ahead of time. And the topic was about alopecia and how Bartee's reaction when I revealed that I have alopecia and I'm bald, how his reaction helped get things going. And Bartee always jokes about, well, if she had knots and bumps in her head, I probably would have said something else, but I didn't. And Laretha said, by that time, you were falling in love. And your response is, what's love got to do with it?
Yeah, I said, what love got to do with it? Because at the time, I just met my wife. I wasn't falling in love, nothing. Some people, like I'm saying, outside looking in. We had just met, I think that was our first date. Well, she explained to me that's what she had. Now, I would have said something. I'm just that type of guy. But my wife, again, with the alopecia stuff, her head was smooth, and I told her she looked like a China baby because that's what she looked like. And but anyway,
the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history. But people assume a lot of things. But for me being in love at that time, I just met my wife. I don't fall in love like that. It wasn't no love at first sight. When I was younger, I always wanted to do that. You look into somebody's eyes, and that's all she wrote. No, it didn't have that.
No, I didn't.
No, she won't. Anyway, that's another.
Speaking of Laretha, let me interrupt. Speaking of Laretha, y'all please log on tomorrow. Laretha's show airs Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know some of y'all are watching and like, well, what time is that here for me? I don't know. Get your Alexa app and ask Alexa. But tomorrow, Laretha's guests are going to be several of these 90 authors that you see on the screen. Dr. Vanessa Blackwell has a new anthology that just came out in June, and it went Amazon #1 bestseller in like less than a week. So Laretha is a part of that anthology. Her friend Takesha is a part of that anthology. Dr. April over in Tampa is a part of that anthology. Teresa Jordan from Triumphant Magazine is in that anthology, and of course I'm in there too. So we got Florida represented. But if you got time, please log on and enjoy tomorrow's episode of So What's the Problem?
So What's the Problem?
That's my plug. That's my plug for Laretha. Okay, got a couple more comments.
Okay.
And then we're going to change topics. Now, Sonia from Michigan says, I don't agree with that at all, Bartee, because it's not always a matter of you shouldn't be in business because you don't know your worth. However, sometimes you just need to see things as God's gift. And how do you put an amount on that? Because you're right. A lot of us are in business because God anointed something about us to be in business. God put a special anointing on my voice. So audiobooks and commercials. I love how you put a price on God's gift. It's not always a matter of I'm in business and I'm the bomb diggity and you gonna pay me. Yeah.
No, that's something totally different, Sonia, than what I'm saying. I'm an entertainer. I go out, I set my price. Now, if they don't want to pay that price, sometimes I might go down,
But most of
because
the time
I want the job. No, most of the time, if you don't pay it, I won't sing. I mean, well, it depends on how the people, each individual, do their thing their way. And God gave me my gift, and He gave me many gifts. Matter of fact, but for me, that's my business.
Okay.
And if I don't get paid for the price I ask, because I feel that I'm worth that.
Okay.
So if I don't get paid, then I won't do the gig.
Okay.
But I can understand sometimes. I mean, that's up to the individual. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. I mean, everybody's life is different. Whatever you feel that fits you, then that's how you feel. Don't take it personally. Right. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only.
All right. Well, it's just about time. We've been on the air for 30 minutes. It's just about time for some.
Well, I got
some words from our sponsors.
Okay.
Speaking of Dr. Vanessa Blackwell and her brand new book, I'm honored to say that Angie B Productions is working on the audiobook. So
yes, she is.
This is
the introduction.
Joy comes in the morning. A 90-day devotional. Presented by Dr. Vanessa Blackwell and 89 phenomenal co-authors. Dedication. Lord, I am so thankful. It is one thing to know so many great, powerful, enlightening, and successful people. But it is another to be loved back by them. Lord, I thank you. I am bathed in gratitude for the magnificence that surrounds me in this devotional. I am honestly in awe. 90 authors? Some of the greatest to do what they do are a part of my tribe, and I am a grateful part of theirs. And yes, some are famous, world-renowned even, but most aren't. They are giants in my life for simply being who they are in spirit and in the world, both professionally and personally, ranging from comrades to authors, from politics to entertainment, business to the arts. I have had the opportunity to sit down with, talk with, and love amazing souls. Thanking God this joyful morning for the love in my life that keeps me strong and humble every day. I don't get to speak to you all every day, but just knowing you are out there and that we are in this time and space together brings me joy. Some of you I've never met face to face or only a few times. Some of you I've known for over a half century. You all inspire me. And I know you've made me better as a person.
Hey everyone, this is Tamara here. I am actually coming to you live from the Boss Woman Getaway Conference. You know me, I am just a bold, beautiful, bald boss. And I want to tell you to not forget the workshop that's coming up in July. So this is my Minority Woman Veteran-Owned Business Certification workshop that I am carrying out for those who are for-profit organizations. This way you could go ahead and make certain you get that certification, because once more, you want to keep in mind that there are different designations of contracts for individuals with that designation. You want to know more about it? Look for the information at the bottom of the screen, and we'll make certain that we see you there.
Hi, I am Cami Love, and I have 2 notebooks posted on Amazon for you guys to enjoy. I have a self-care notebook, and I also have a notebook that has pink, beautiful roses. And if you would like to take a little bit out of your day to go check them out, I would enjoy that.
Ooh, I love
That's
me.
Tammy Love.
I love me some Cammy Love.
A young, what you call that? What's that?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Mhm.
And she's been doing that for a while. I don't know how old she is. She might be 10 by now.
No, I think she about 11.
11? Yeah, she's been doing this for quite a while.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Yeah.
Again, know your worth, or try to know. I mean, everybody's different.
Mhm.
So whenever you feel comfortable in your own skin, then that's how life is.
And until you do feel comfortable in your own skin, recognize that God put people in your life to help you along the way.
Oh, yeah.
So accept some of the recommendations of the village.
Of the village.
Because
Well,
it take a village.
yeah, sometimes it all depends on what it is.
Mhm.
I'm the type. Again, we've been over this before. You might be like me, sort of like me.
Mm-mm.
You know, what?
You one of a kind.
No, I ain't one of a kind. There's a lot of people out there.
We
I try to make.
have another hump to get
All
to.
right,
So
all right.
hurry that
We got
one
another
up.
hump.
Mhm. First
But
of all,
I'm gonna try to. I try to, do what I can for me. So whatever
For
I try to
him.
make my own. No, you're right.
For
I mean,
him.
you gotta take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody else.
Hi, Takia.
Hey, Takia.
Cammy Love's mama is watching.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Hey,
we still playing your
hey,
daughter's commercial. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Mhm.
Did you see that?
Well, if
She's
she
been
did,
doing that for a long
she
time.
catch the replay.
And then she made our shirts, right?
And she made our mask.
There you go. I need
Yes.
some more shirts,
Mm-hmm.
but I need a different type of shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put it on a shirt like this here.
Mm-hmm. With a collar. Oh,
Yeah, with the collar.
Get rid of this thing.
Well, I ain't get rid of this. But
the logo is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
baby.
logo.
Okay, so the next hump for tonight comes from comes from a family. Now, sometimes we got extended members of the family that, we may all be together, dine together, go to church together, spend time together. Okay. So when holidays come up, sometimes folks give birthday cards, Christmas cards.
Just might well leave it hang.
Anniversary cards.
Ain't nothing but a black bra.
So the hump is, how old do you have to be to write your own card with your own envelope and your own stamp? Or do you still ride on Mama and them's card with love from Junebug, and all down the line? How old do you have to be before you start writing your own card and putting it in the mail?
Yeah.
I'm good about that. I'm good. I'll get a card, and sometimes I'll get everybody to sign. But most time it's like from your Florida family. Right.
That's what.
Yeah. Or like our nephew just turned 17 years old. So I sent him a cash app and said, from your Florida family. He just wanted the money anyway.
Yeah, that's all he wanted. I ain't gonna mention no name. 17 years old. Boy, ain't that something?
So how old do you have? Now I know this for a fact. When I was a kid, my mother stressed about the fact that when it was coming up to her mother's birthday, Grand-Grand's birthday, Grand-Grand wanted a card from all 5 members of the family and the dog. And she wanted a gift from all 5 members of the family and a dog. And don't let me have a bird or some fish you want a gift from them too. Because, it wasn't going to be one card from your grandchildren. It was going to be. So she would, she'd sit us down and we have to get the construction paper and the crayons and make a card, especially for Graham. Okay?
That's old school. And some people are sentimental like that. And
You
that's
ain't.
good.
You throw my cards
I sure
away.
do. I throw everybody cards away. I read them and I get the message. Yeah, and they're going in the trash. A lot of
y'all should have seen my face first time I saw one of my cards in the trash. I was like, "What?"
Yeah. She looked at me too and said, "What?" I mean, but I don't know about other men. That's what I do. My wife, she ain't slick though. We got right by our table underneath where I have a bunch of
junk
archives.
Uh-huh.
She got a thing full of the cards. She's been saving them. She probably got them all in the room. But I mean, that's good. If you want to do that, that's good. But that's old school sentimental. Some people are like that. And they want their kids, grandkids. That's good though. I mean, you.
So what's your comment? Will you accept one card from everybody? With a piece of change in it, or do you want, something different from everybody? Now, I know for me, this gonna sound real bougie and real unappreciative, but when I turned 50, this one took me on a cruise. It was my first cruise. It was his first cruise. Okay, we fell in love with cruising. So the next year he wanted to take me someplace, and I'm like, wait a minute, I got children. I want to blow out the candles in front of my children. I got other folks that may want to give me a gift. We got to kind of balance this out. So this year he had a whole comedy dinner show just for me. I'm so grateful. So anyway,
my wife, I take you, kids. What about them? They got their own life.
Okay, so we got.
But I understand though. I understand.
We got.
That's how I am.
Got some comments.
You got comments?
Takia said yes, she can help you with a T-shirt or a new shirt.
All right.
Our logo
all right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Vanessa Blackwell says hello. She is here. And
Doctor.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow night with you and Laretha and several of your authors. They're all gonna be on.
I'm looking forward for September.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm looking for. September 15th to the 18th.
Dr. Vanessa, he is excited for all y'all to come down to the 6th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. Man, if you ain't been here, ask Dr. Vanessa, she'll tell you. It's an extravagant weekend, if I do say so myself. We got activities Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday evening, Saturday. And Dr. Vanessa said they looking forward to it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
So go to the website. You can learn more at boldbeautifulandbald.com. I put the information down at the bottom of the screen, and I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are making plans.
Yeah, I'm gonna have something special for your crew. I ain't gonna. Mama's the word.
All I know is I'm excited about my book. My book is available now. You can contact me and get an autographed copy of it. And as soon as it comes in the mail, I'll ship it out to you because I'm waiting on my books. I did order them, but I'm waiting on them to come. But look at that. #1 bestseller in Christian death and grief counseling. Yes, you can go on Amazon and search for the books, only $2.99. But if you want an autographed copy with my special pen.
Now, joy comes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any segments in the book that talks about woman's worth and all this? Or is just spiritual?
There are 90 authors in the book, so everybody talked about something different. Like this one author, I narrated her part yesterday. She was talking about the stress of putting together Vacation Bible School.
Okay.
Kids come together. You don't know if you got enough supplies for them. You don't know if they're going to show up. Then they do, and some of them want to play. Some of them bouncing off the ceiling. The others are scared, and in the corner, you got to coordinate it all. But she talks about how there is joy in servitude.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's there's a plethora, and there's even like 4 men in the book this time around. I know when I was in her last one, I think we had 1 man, but everybody's story is different, and they're all talking about finding joy. I mean, there were like, when I told you I had to take a mental break, because there were like 3 or 4 people back to back that were talking about losing a sibling. Mm-hmm. And that kind of got to me. One big sister lost her little brother. No, I was like, okay, I need a break, y'all. It's getting kind of heavy in here. But it's beautiful the way they all come around and say, in spite of,
okay,
they still got joy. So I'm excited about the book. I'm excited.
The reason I brought that up, Vanessa, because we started the subject matter with knowing your worth. Mm-hmm. And I thought perhaps, I'm sure with 90 authors, there's got to be something in that book that people can relate to in regards to knowing your worth.
There's something in there for
everybody.
Oh, man.
Well, okay. So I haven't read the book yet. I'm not really a reader.
You just did the men's part.
Yeah, I did do that.
And listen, let me do this right quick before I forget. I need all y'all authors. If you like writing, if you like reading, if you're interested in a book or an audiobook, make plans to come to Daytona Beach, Florida, the last week in February for the Fresh Book Festival. Okay? Oh. Send an email and just get ready to come on down. Now, Daddy, I know that's the week that you're going to be here. And she usually has the Fresh Book Festival in January. Yeah. But the Fab Four decided they want to go over to see Dad. So it ain't going to be no room for us no way. So just get ready, because I'm pretty sure they bringing the dogs too. So anyway, check out.
We can still go down there. We ain't got to stay there. We can get our own place.
Fresh Book Festival is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We usually go see Dad Wednesday. So there you go. Mm.
All right, we have to see you when you get here then.
Yeah, just plan an extra week here if you don't mind. If you don't mind, just plan it. Okay, so April DeBro is watching. Hey girl, how you doing? Let me tell you, April DeBro was live the other day teaching us how to make, pretty things with hot glue and jewels and
okay.
I just told her, okay, that looks good. I'll just buy it from you because I ain't got no hot glue and
I ain't buying no hot glue.
I be done glued something together. Okay, Dr. Vanessa says, knowing your worth. I like the title. Oh, that sounds like.
But don't make no book. I gotta get paid for that. That's original. That's original. I got copyrights already on that.
Knowing your worth. That is a really good title. Really good title. Okay, let's get back to the hump at hand. How do you tell your grandchildren they is old enough to buy you their own gift with their own money? They can send you their own greeting card, birthday, Christmas, whatever. How old the children got to be before they stop jumping on Mama and them's card?
You start while they're young. Now, when when I was married to my first wife, I would take my kids out. I would read the cards to them, but they would have their own cards to give to their mom. So you start them young doing that, and hopefully they'll continue. So that's what I did.
Do you give them money to do it, right?
Oh yeah, you got to do that. They don't have money. Well, they have if my kids didn't get an allowance because they didn't do the job that they were supposed to. Now you don't just give kids money. I mean, you got to work for that money. Clean your room, all that's got to be done before you get special. But anyway.
Okay, so you would take them shopping, let them pick out the gift, and you would buy it.
Right, I would have to buy the gift.
So I wonder, does that continue on into their adulthood? Did they expect for you?
No, when they get old, if they get a job, then they can buy their own. And we talking about cards now.
And gifts.
Now you say gifts. At first you say cards. Okay, now it's gifts. Right. Well, you start young. Now when they get a job, then you start buying your own.
Dr.
gifts.
Vanessa got grandkids. Do you expect to get a gift from each of the grandkids, or are you just lucky to get a card with all the grandkids' handwriting on it?
All depends on how you start the family with. If you start them off doing that individually, getting cards, that's just my opinion. Now, that's how I see it. Y'all might see it differently.
Okay.
So if you start them off young and getting the individual cards to give to mom, dad, uncle, auntie, whoever, then I'm sure, hopefully they'll continue to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but once they get old enough, anyway, if they have, if you give them allowance, and they can purchase stuff out of their allowance. Kids they ain't gotta buy elaborate gifts.
So what about grown kids?
Well, but hopefully they should do that.
Dr. Vanessa says separate cards.
There you go.
So that's the answer for the hump tonight.
Well, no, hey, with separate cards, this is the thing. I do this, but I know a lot of people, they will write their own cards. They'll get a blank card. Just a lot of men, I don't know, I shouldn't say a lot of men. But anyway, you pick these cards out, have all these words that you really want to say. I need to get out of that habit. Write your own, say the words you want to tell your wife or your girlfriend or your auntie or whatever. A lot of times, you see people in the stores, they buy a card that says, similar to what actually you want to say, but they might be a little bit off differently.
Dr. Vanessa said everybody want individual gifts for their birthdays.
Yes.
Separate cards.
Yes.
And Jamila said, as a grandmother, who is actually a great grandmother, as a grandmother, she appreciates getting a card from her grandchildren, not just from the mama. Okay.
Yes, there you go. You appreciate that,
Okay. You and Dr. Vanessa saying the same thing.
Yeah, the kids, I mean, they, that just shows the love that they feel for you, Now, would you prefer a card that, people go in the store just to buy and have all that pretty saying? Or would you prefer, their own writing, handwritten note? My wife do that a lot of times. Although she gets me a card, she still writes, her thing inside the,
You just throw it away.
No, I'm saying when I do it, I just write love, Bartee on it, But that I'm saying, that's something I had been wanting to. I shouldn't say been wanting to do, but I like that effect where you say your own, write your own card. That's real nice.
Okay, well, got a couple of quick announcements to make. I know the time is running tonight. But this week, I was blessed to be invited by the Fresh Book Festival to come out and see my boyfriend again this year because my boyfriend was in town. And this was the first year I got a chance to take my husband to meet my boyfriend. Y'all, let me introduce you to Cornbread and his creator, Vincent Taylor. Yeah, Cornbread was in town. Cornbread.
Yeah.
And about 300 kids was there. Cornbread. I know my context clues. How do you know? Oh, man, we had a good time. So tonight I will be posting the highlight video from Cornbread, and some of the expressions on Bartee's face was just priceless. So, Vincent Taylor, thank you for coming back to Daytona Beach. I appreciate you. I appreciate Cornbread. I went to go give Cornbread a hug. And, hey, Miss Angie, how you doing? It just warms my heart.
Cornbread.
Thank you, Cornbread. Thank you.
It was kids. That was my first time meeting Cornbread, and also going where I could see the kids just being entertained and had really a good time. And I wish more kids could come from all over. I think these are just Daytona kids.
Right, the summer camp kids.
Yeah, summer camp kids. But they need to... Anyway.
And the cool thing about Vincent is when he comes in, he was just in Dearborn, Michigan, and I didn't find out about it until afterwards. I was like, dang, I could have got my students from, the school. But anyway, when he comes to town with Cornbread, he brings books for everybody. So if you got 300 kids, he gonna bring 300 books.
But you know, that's how that go. When they bring him in, you know, the pay is in there where everybody gets a book.
Who's the never? That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Yeah,
You want me to come in
there
and
you
speak?
go. There you go.
How many people you got? I'm bringing books for all y'all. Books for all
As long
y'all.
as you pay for all the books that you get, you know, that's going to be in the service of that.
Another special announcement. Thanks to Bartee, the Volusia business women now have a new home for our pop-up shop. We invite you to join us at Volusia County Public Library, Daytona Beach Regional Library, which is 105 Jackie Robinson Parkway in Daytona. We're going to be there with our pop-up shop from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You get to bring the kids because, you know, it's the library. They need to read. So vendor registration is now open. Contact either me or Lolo's social media promotion. That's Laretha for more information.
Lolo.
Vendor fee is only $50 and vendors receive a personalized flyer and a speaking opportunity during the event. So again, that's the Volusia County Public Library. We also know it is a City Island Library here in Daytona. And this event is sponsored and presented by Angie and Bartee Productions because Bartee helped us, find the library location we needed. And it is also presented by Volusia Businesswomen. Why? Because we are stronger together. Stronger together. Okay, so then the next special announcement, Bartee, you ready? You ready? You ready? Special announcement. There's going to be a book signing at Applebee's, St. Augustine, Florida, Saturday, August 13th from 11 a.m. to 1. Admission is free, but you got to order something off the menu. I'm already going to get the salad bar, so you got to get something else.
You can get whatever you want. There's going to be plenty of salad.
Laretha and I will be there for a very special audiobook listening service. We'll be hearing excerpts from Pastor Mary Hope's book, The Day the Devil Came to Church, and her new audiobook, her breast cancer survival book. Now, they only got 20 seats up in Applebee's in the meeting space, and we done already took up about 4 or 5 of them. So you have to call or send a text to the number that you see at the screen to reserve your spot. Remember, the admission is free. You just are asked to order off the menu. You get a free gift for everybody that comes out because you may know her name, but not her story. Okay, so again, that's August 13th at the Applebee's. Please, ma'am, please, sir, come see us. And then I found out late that June was Audiobook Appreciation Month. I guess I was dealing with pneumonia or something. So I've decided to extend it throughout the month of July. For Audiobook Appreciation Month, if you purchase one audiobook from me, from my book collection, I give you a second one for free. Okay? So you know we've got the Confinement Chronicles, we've got Ma, we've got the children's audiobook, Emerging from the Curve. We've got the first anthology that I was in with Dr. Vanessa. We got so many audiobooks that we could keep you busy all summer. So what you have to do is go to the website. There you will be able to see the list of audiobooks that we have. Purchase one and I will contact you and say, okay, what's the other one that you want for free? Okay. Finally, is this finally? I might have one more.
I don't know.
The Minority Women Veteran-Owned Business Certification. You saw the video earlier. I just wanted to remind you that it takes place July 16th. Admission is free for this virtual event. So if you're thinking, I don't need a minority woman veteran-owned certificate, Tam will tell you all about it. Okay, so if you missed the video earlier, just watch tonight's show again, put replay in the comments, and then contact Tam to be able to get registered.
Let no stone go unturned.
There you go, baby.
Yeah, Tam will give you all kind of information.
Ooh.
Next time, Tam, we need to have minority men business. I mean, women, I understand.
Okay.
You
Okay.
do something for us men.
Okay. Well, last month she did how to start your for-profit business.
Did it have men how to start?
Yeah, if you starting a business and you wanted to be for profit, that was the workshop she taught. When she comes to the Bold Beautiful Ball Beauty Bazaar in September, she's gonna teach us how to start a non-profit organization. So Tam is running the spectrum. She telling us everything we need to know.
I'm saying about men. Tam gonna be a model. You gonna model again this year, Tam? You gonna walk the runway?
One more announcement, and then we get ready to go. This is an emergency.
Emergency.
Do you know that emergency transportation costs can be most devastating in an accident? What if an ambulance got to come get you, and they take you out with the jaws of life, and then you got to get life flighted to the hospital? There is insurance for that. And our friend Debbie Scarborough is licensed in both Georgia and Florida. So she has these workshops where you can learn all about the benefits of ground ambulance, helicopter ambulance, and a whole lot more. Contact our friend Debbie Scarborough at 229-392-6983. That's 229-392-6983. Debbie, thank you for having these workshops, because we just kind of figure our insurance is going to cover the transportation.
Yeah, but this is what you do. The ambulance, they ain't going to ask you, do you have insurance?
Nope.
The helicopter, they ain't going to ask you. But when you get to the hospital, before you check out, they going to run you through a bunch of things. Just tell them you do, even if you don't. And once you get the bill, just pay them $1 a month.
Oh, my goodness.
You heard that before. You heard that before? Sometimes I shouldn't do that.
Dr. Stephanie Fowler says, good evening. So we got to be on our best behavior. All the doctors in the house.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going,
Dr. Stephanie and Dr. Vanessa. I'm surprised Dr. Stephanie still speaks to me, because we went to her graduation where she got,
yes, she did.
It was all proper, pomp and circumstance, and she's standing and they call her to speak and she getting herself together. And I said, hey, Dr. Stephanie. And it was just all over her face, like embarrassment. Like, will somebody please tell that woman to go sit down?
That's what people do, graduations and stuff like that.
So proud of you, Dr. Stephanie.
Yes,
so proud of Dr. Vanessa, too.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I got a comment from April DeBro. She says she's got an idea.
Okay.
She got an idea. Interview about 15 married couples who have actually been married for over 10 years.
Okay.
Have them share how they made it.
Okay.
Because people always ask her and her husband how they made it over 25 years.
25 years.
We had that single.
That's too long to be dead.
Oh, Jesus. We had a singles retreat on the beach about 100 years ago.
Yes, we did.
And we said we wanted to do another one for married couples. So maybe that's something we could do on the beach.
We could do that.
Maybe we could do it the 1st of March, after Jasmine's birthday, but while my parents are still here, because they've been married 100 years.
Okay, maybe we can get April and her husband to be number one. Number one couple.
And then get Shekinah's single folks to come out.
No, she said married.
Well, the single folks want to know. So the married couples come out and talk.
Okay, yeah, I got it. We got some games for married couples too.
Oh, Lord.
Been had these games for a while.
Yes,
we was going to do something like that, but we just never did. My wife gets involved in so many things.
Okay, April, we going to put that on the ticket.
Yeah, it won't be this year. But
early next year when my parents are here.
Early next year.
Yeah, they're here. February, March. That's early.
Well, February going to be tied up.
March, they here.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah. So, that's a good idea. We're going to play some games, and then, we're going to make it work.
Right.
But now she said early, now we still got to do our comedy show too now.
Yeah.
We got to keep that going.
We need to do that the week my parents are here, so they can meet Miss Ruby. Okay, got a couple more ads to slide in. Hope y'all enjoy them.
I was the daughter of an unattuned mother, so I did not grow up in the reflected rays of sunlight. Rather, I felt like the unloved daughter, diminished by virtue of this wicked connection with my mother. Though I still feel the pains of being unloved, it was true, those sentiments are very much the same for me today. They have not wavered. Why? Because the elephant remains in the room. Conversations that should have taken place years ago have gone unspoken. Love lost. Wounds unhealed. Hurt mirrored. Somewhere along the way, and for a reason I have yet to understand, my relationship with my mother shifted. You have been listening to an excerpt from the book entitled Guilty Stains, From Pain to Deliverance, How He Erased the Stains, written by Lynn P. Hall, produced for audiobook by Angie B. Productions, and narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Angie B. Mrs. Ashbury's World. Mrs. Ashbury's First Day of School, written by Rakia Beverly, illustrated by Shalon Wright. New school year, learning, teamwork, sunshine, happy school year. Mrs. Ashbury couldn't wait to meet her new class of students. After all, she had been planning to meet them since the last day of school the previous year.
Mom, Dad, I need a lunchbox, a new backpack, and those cool new pencils I just saw on TV. New sneakers, too.
Mrs. Ashbury's First Day of School, written by Rakia Beverly, illustrated by Shalon Wright. Published for audiobook by Angie B. Productions. Narrated by Jalen B., Bartee, and me, Angie B.
When it seemed like the world had stopped, as if our normal would never be again. Confinement Chronicles.
Still, there were those who held fast to hope. These are their stories. From teachers to dads to nurses on the front line, they have chronicled their messages of hope. Confinement Chronicles, now available. Order today on Amazon, also available in audiobook or at laderopress.com.
Confinement Chronicles.
Confinement
Chronicles. hey, Al. See
Oh, yeah. He got a new
Amani, what I did,
Mm-mm.
it didn't fit. I had to order
It's about
two
time to
new
go.
links.
Let me find them.
Yeah. So I'm saying I'm gonna have some watches.
Oh, Lord.
Got a whole case full of watches.
2 cases. Maybe
Telling
3.
everybody what I got in the house. But I'm going to got ladies' watches, men watches. So they're gonna be in the silent auction.
At the Beauty Bazaar, September 15th.
But they ain't
through
gonna
the
cost
18th.
$25. They're gonna have fresh, brand new batteries in there. You ain't gotta worry about the battery for a year. Maybe it might last longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I might have to
dear.
raise the price up there because I got
It's
some
a silent auction. They
Oh.
get the bid. The lowest bid will be $25, but the highest bid get to take it.
Okay,
You can
whatever
set
you
the
want.
lowest
Yeah,
bid.
yeah, there you go. That's gonna be the lowest
Now,
bid.
you know what you got to do? You got to print up the Google description of what it is and what it's worth. And we got to put it in one of them plastic presentation things that
Okay, I
you
got
got.
some old watches. I don't know what it's worth. $1 million to me.
Oh,
You let me know what it's worth to you.
All right, everybody.
Fashion statement. No,
We
I got some
appreciate
shout outs.
it. We appreciate
I like to
it.
make a shout out to my brother over in Compton, California.
Hi, Eddie.
Hopefully things
Hi,
get
Jolene.
better for him, his lovely wife.
My sister-in-law.
Yes, I like to shout out to Teak Dog. He called me yesterday. He got some problems up in Akron, Ohio.
Oh,
I'm sure if y'all
Akron.
been listening, yeah, that's where I'm
They
from.
shot that
I might have to
boy
go up there. I don't
60
know.
times.
But I didn't know the young man. But anyway, Shout out to my friends up there in Akron, Ohio. I'm sure they're gonna straighten this out. My niece, nephew out there in Arizona.
We got another comment.
Got another comment?
Terrence Smith was watching. He said he's Cammy Love's dad, and he's just checking out the show. Hey, Cammy Dad.
Hey.
If you're still watching, please put in the comments what city, state, country you watching from, because this one likes to know. It has been a pleasure getting to know your daughter.
Yeah,
She
yes.
is a treat.
And your wife, very talented. Both your daughter and wife. So I guess run through the family. I'm sure you have some talent too. Where your book at, man?
Oh, well.
Got to get a book out.
Got to get a book out.
Yeah, got to get a book out and tell where this talent comes from. You know, I'm
cool.
telling one of my side of the family.
Up your side. Mm-hmm.
But
it's time to go,
my
baby.
brother.
It's
No,
time.
I ain't finished my.
I'm burning chicken wings in the.
That's all right. My shout out to Al. I got to give him a call. See what's going on in Akron, Ohio. My niece here, Love. And
your sister Brenda.
My sister Brenda.
She watches us on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube. She don't know how to get in the regular way. My sister, yeah. But
we talked about that on the show. Technology. Some of us just need a little bit.
Along with me, I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
My daddy said, "Beautiful timepiece. Looks good to me."
All right, now you know that's the Monty Burger. I got another one with the black band on it.
It's time to
This
go.
got the.
It's been an hour.
This got the two circles. Stop watching the other parts to it. Yeah, man.
Juice.
Okay, hey.
Here we go. Y'all,
I ain't finished my shout out.
If it's
shout out David Ruffin.
We might be back again.
I'm drinking grapefruit juice, Ruby Red.